I know some of y'all been waiting. He's got a battle coming up. B Dot and B Dot's been on, so now we got Loso on. Yo, Loso.
Yo, what's good? What's good?
Man, what's up, Loso? What's going on? How you feeling?
Man, I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed, man. Everything's great. How about y'all?
Man.
Oh, man,
Sure,
we
man.
can't complain.
Living.
Shoot. So, Loso, first of all, I want to get right into it. Your music, man. Your music is let me put it as simply as possible. Like, you can rap, man. You can rap on a beat, and you could definitely flow. And it's crazy because most of the time when I see battlers do music videos, right, I never see them do battle movements and make it look okay. I can almost tell that, like, you kind of just take your movements from battling, or vice versa, however you actually go about it. But it's like you're battling the track, but you're not really battling because you still are rapping. You're not in a battle mode. How do you translate, that charisma that you got on stage, that performance that you got on stage, into those music videos? Because first of all, the visuals are always dope for your music videos. I don't know who's producing it, but whoever it is, let them keep doing it.
Yeah.
So how do you have that translate on to, from your battles, the way you perform, to your music?
Yeah, you hear me, right? You hear me clear?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, bet. Yeah, for me, for me to translate my mannerisms or my charisma, it really comes second nature. I started off not so much like a big music art, but I started doing rap and doing a couple open mics here and there and stuff. So performing, really, I translated performing in music to battle rap. So with battle rap, I was able to be comfortable in front of people, you know what I'm saying? So when I got on stage for the first time in front of dudes like John, T-Top, and whoever else, like, for me, it was second nature because I had already been performing in front of crowds already. So, but whether or not it's in the music video or I'm in a cipher or whatnot, I do tend, just who I am, intrinsically, and who Loso is. I just kind of I kind of just flow out the mannerisms of a battle rapper. I love competitiveness. I love making sure that everybody knows each word is intentional, and so obviously when I flow, it's gonna come out. So yeah, I definitely take pride, and I am intentional whenever I do a music video or a battle. Everything, like my body, I'm huge in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, my body is communicating just as much as my words are. So I try to make sure that both of them matches.
Definitely, man. Now you're a Christian rapper. Like, how hard is it for you to kind of not necessarily hard. How do you translate your message into your music? Like, how do you put the pen to paper and translate your message to your music?
Yeah, so for me, I think it's just authenticity. You know what I'm saying? So it's not something that I intentionally do. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be for everybody. So homie before me, you know what I'm saying? Whatever he's rapping about, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be rapping through the lens of what he sees or through the lens of what he knows. You know what I'm saying? So if you really doubt that, it's just gonna come off of that. So for me, it's not like I'm trying necessarily put my faith in everything that I rap about. It just was because this is really who I am. That's why I tell everybody, if they want to try to say, oh, Loso's the gimmick rapper, right? He's a gimmick. He's Christian. He's this, that, and the third. They could say that all they want. At the end of the day, though, if you spend time with me, if you go home, the way that the way that I treat people, the way that I love my wife, the way that I rap, everything is really just a byproduct of who I already am. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm trying to floss something else that I'm not. So for me, with the music, I definitely cover all range of topics. You know what I'm saying? I can talk about. I'll go ahead and make a song about a girl who's trying to be a stripper and needing to pay tuition. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna do it through the lens of a biblical worldview. You know what I'm saying? Or I may do a song about not having a father. I may do a song about me and my homies just riding in the whip, having a good time. It doesn't matter what song I do. Just know that every song, though, is going to be coming through a biblical worldview. So obviously it's getting filtered. You know what I'm saying? It's getting filtered through another lens. But that's all of us, though. Right now, you only gonna do you give us the same concept, right? I give you the concept about right now. You talk about, hey, your relationship with your grandmother or something like that, your grandmother that passed. You're going to talk about it in a way that's authentic to you, that you know, and so am I. You know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily something that I try to be intentional with. Like I said, bro, it really just comes out. So I think that's the key to it, just authenticity and being authentic in who you are.
Now, Loso, there's a couple things I kind of want to address, and the main thing is, well, first of all, that the freshman freestyle that you did, so you called out everybody. I know it was a while back, but it definitely with that alone showed that just you by yourself, where there's no reaction in the crowd, there's no battler in front of you, it's just you and a camera. You're very comfortable with being able to attack verbally with that. Now, you got your upcoming battle with B-Dot. Obviously, I don't want you to give away too much because I know there's going to be a lot of content between both of you and a lot for you both to go ahead and discuss. But what does this battle kind of mean for you? Because a lot of build-up and a lot of anticipation going through this between at least for the fans' perspective, from Loso and B-Dot. How do you personally feel about this matchup right now? I know you're probably very excited for it.
Yeah, I am, man. I'm actually very excited, and I don't downplay the opponent. I don't downplay the opportunity. First, the card itself. Once you guys get to hear the card, like who else is on it, you're gonna lose your mind. But as far as with the matchup, I think for me, it's two things. One, I think it's a shift in my battle rap career. So, like you kind of hear Loso, right? This dude who was arguably Rookie of the Year last year, rap great freshman, jumped out of nowhere, got a blackout placement for King that died, cracking 100K, each battle and stuff without even touching a URL stage. Like these things that have already been said about Loso. But now it's always that I think every battler always has this like marquee matchup that kind of either, makes or breaks them. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, I think it's B-Dot. And I think for B-Dot though, like whether or not people want to admit it, it's the Loso battle. You know what I'm saying? So even though he kind of only battles like maybe quarterly or something like that, like the agenda behind it, you know what I'm saying? Like because we all have a narrative to this battle anyway. It's kind of like, oh, it's the Christian versus the conscious dude, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time though, it's Loso versus B-Dot. Like there's a conversation he and I will have to have. And so for me, I'm excited. I think it's like I said, it's a plateau. It's another plateau that I'm going to reach, another platform I'm going to reach. But at the same time, though, I want to silence all the doubters, man, because everywhere I look, it's B-Dot 3-0. It's B-Dot clear. It's B-Dot this, you know what I'm saying? Which is totally fine by me because, I have no problem, taking the background on this one, you know what I'm saying? But, on that day when it's face-to-face, I'm definitely going to go ahead and prove to everyone, how mistaken they were. So I'm ready for it, man.
Definitely, man. Now you kind of been I don't want to say under John wing, but you kind of he kind of been pushing you a lot. He kind of been pushing you a lot, man. And we kind of seen John kind of step away from the battle scene, but he stepped away, but he kind of doing his own thing. So can you kind of speak about like the mentorship that he kind of gave that he is giving you, and you know what I'm saying, the type of person I guess he is kind of behind the scenes.
Yeah. So that's definitely a good friend of mine, homie. So for me, this is how it was. So when I heard about the tryout that Bullpen had, I remember he put up a tweet and he was talking about it, and I had registered for it, and so I remember tweeting him, and I said, hey, remember me. This nobody knew who I was, bro. Nobody. He didn't even know. He just saw the tweet and he responded. He was like, all right, something along the lines like, like you better show up or something like that, all right, prove me wrong or something like that. And so I said, all right, bet. And so and we still got it on file, you know what I'm saying? I show it like every year or something like that. But so that was the tweet. After that, went to the tryout and blew the stage off, you know what I'm saying? Blew the roof off. Like everybody's going crazy. Everybody's losing their mind. And I won the tryout that day, and from that day, he gave me his phone number and we've been on the phone. I remember that day though. He told me, he got on the phone with me, and I had some opportunities at the time. There was some talks of a PG. There was some other leagues that kind of wanted me to rock with him, and he kind of just pulled me aside. He said, "Look, Loso, give me a year." He said, "Give me 1 year, and I'm gonna make you a household name." And so I said, "All right, bet." You know what I'm saying? And so pushed everything to the back burner. Did the battles he wanted me to do, kind of set me up, and it was strategic. That's one thing about, I don't know if cats really like understand like how genius he really is when he's making matchups. And sometimes I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, I don't really know about this matchup. You got to think about it. I was battling this after I did my tryout. I didn't battle until maybe 3 months, but it was such a big anticipation in the bullpen that it was like, oh snap, Loso's on here. On top of that, the day that I battled Jermaine Dupri in Lifetime, he brought all of them in, and then I got on TV for that battle. Boom! So that was a big thing. Then right after that, I go into our annual card called Fade. So I want you to battle yourself. I wasn't too hot about the battle. You know what I'm saying, I didn't.
That battle came out great, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't think it was that. You got to think it was on a card that had, it was potentially John and Daylight on the card at first until it got canceled. But then it had Kayshawn and Sharon. It had Chef Trez, DNA. So it had all these battles. I felt like XL and Loso was going to get swept in the rug. I was like, man, all right, then bet. I'll go ahead and do it. Man, that battle ended up not only being the best on the card, but it was in running for battle of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
If Danny Myers and B-Dot or Rum Nitty and Av, Loso and XL would have been at the top. And so it was another stepping stone. Boom, that happened. Then he put me in front of DNA. Boom, that battle took off. Then, we built our matchups with the book. So me and Bad News, you know what I'm saying, we meet, we clash. Another great battle. You know what I'm saying? So, he's constantly letting me know, like, hey, I think you should do this, and everything's working out. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's not just that. It's also just business wise. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's always plugging me in with certain things. If I need something, like, as far as music, because he's also an artist. He'll definitely share his resources for that. So I think we kind of cultivated obviously a friendship outside of battle rap, but I know whenever I'm not naive. I know Loso. The brand Loso helps the brand Bullpen, but it's one of those things where I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay if John benefits off of me because that's first of all, that's just I want everybody to eat. I want to win anyway, and the friendship that we was able to cultivate, I think just kind of makes the whole situation genuine for me. So yeah, man, the mentorship definitely has been dope.
Facts.
Now, as far as, definitely with John, first of all, shout out to John because he's been making so many big moves. The Showtime deal that he's got is crazy.
Yeah.
He's pushing battle rap a lot farther and a lot faster than I personally expected. So if we had to, do some type of CEO or owner of the year, I might have to give it to John, and that's just based off the bigger moves that he's been making. Now, Loso, as far as everything's going with this battle in turns, you and Street Hymns, man, you two together, that's a deadly combination in itself. Now, when you two first formed up, or at least had the idea to form up, how did you think that the battle world was gonna receive you both as? Because you already got the stigmas of Christians and not being able to probably live up to the expectations like battlers and whatnot, and then now you got two that's coming together. We all know Street Hymns is just nasty with the pen. His entendres are crazy. He's probably one of the more, I guess, open-minded when it comes to as far as because he goes from anime to cartoons to games to God knows what, So, he has a lot, and then you definitely you bring that presence on stage. So when you both got together and did it, what was the first thought from both of you, before you actually did a battle?
Yeah. So obviously teaming up, it was obviously always a thought within, I guess, the four Christian battles, right? You have myself, Street Hymns, Saga, and A-War, right? We always talk about it. But when it was brought, obviously it's always what people got to understand, because we're open about our faith. It's always an uphill battle for us. You know what I'm saying? So not only am I having to go ahead and rap, but now I have to go ahead and literally engage the crowd in such a way to get them on my side, because my content is not necessarily something that they want to listen to. You know what I'm saying? They want to hear about gunballs. They want to hear about killing. They want to, but I'm not necessarily bringing that at the time. So now I got to try to find an entertaining way to go to captivate them. So it was going to be a difficult situation. On top of that, street hymns and my style are just so polar opposites. I would say
definitely.
I would say street hymns and saga is probably a little more, and then A-Ward and Loso is probably a little similar on that end. So, you know, if we were to kind of pick a matchup in our head, we would kind of probably lean towards that. However, though, obviously street hymns and I are both in the bullpen, and so when it was both to us, like, all right, bet, let's do it. This the thing. At the time, when we were approached with the 2-on-2 battle, I was about to get ready to battle Bad News, so I had the Bad News battle in my head. Then after that, I had a week later to go ahead and prepare for gyms for Blackout. Then a week after that was the Bullpen Queen of the Ring card. So I was really doing a battle after back. So when you see the street Loso battle, you see street hymns kind of like taking the forefront. It was. Go ahead.
Say it again. You kind
and
of
get Sean. Oh, my bad. So when you watch the street hymns and Loso battle, and you see street hymns kind of take the forefront or kind of, you know, get highlighted in that battle, it's not only strategic because we want it, but it's also because I was a little fatigued, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was 3 back to back. So in the back of my head, I was like, man, let's go ahead and do this. Now, here's the thing. On top of all of that being against us, we only had 3 days to prep because street hymns, we had to fly street hymns into Tampa for him to go ahead and practice. Then we got ready for the battle. Bro, literally the night before the battle, I'm literally looking at street. I'm like, bro, I don't know if I could do this because I couldn't memorize my lines. You know what I'm saying? But, man, we ended up getting it done by that night, bro. And legit, we have heard from, like, throughout the culture that this was one of the best 2-on-2 showings that they've ever seen. So, at first we were a little skeptical.
That's a fact.
But it's definitely panned out for the better. And obviously, you know, there's definitely going to be some more 2-on-2s in the future.
Yeah,
man, y'all two together, that works out so well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shout out to Street Hymns, man. He's from my neck of the woods, man. He's from Grand Prairie.
Oh,
I'm from Fort Worth. So yeah, we right there, man. He used to battle on DFW Battle League. So shout out to Street, man. But definitely,
shout out to Street. He owes me an attack on Titan. I hope he listens to that.
I follow you on Twitter, man, and I see that you're a big sports fan, man. Let us know, man. What's up with that, man? Who you rocking with this year, man? Who your squad, man?
What
NBA,
sport? Football or NBA?
Yeah, let's start off with football, man. Who you rock with in football?
Bro, football since a young age, bro. I've been a Minnesota Vikings diehard fan, bro. So I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan.
Oh wow, I see that coming.
Is Teddy gonna do something this year or what, man?
Bro, Teddy's not even gonna play.
Yeah,
he's in Bradford, bro.
Man. Oh yeah. Well, let's just shift to basketball then.
And then basketball, I mean, you know, it's sad for me to say, but I am a Knicks fan, bro.
Oh man, you've been going through it. It.
That's why nobody can tell me about struggle raps, bro. I know about struggle,
bro. That's the biggest struggle. What do you think about the trade today that happened with Boston trading out for Kyrie Irving and?
Bro, I was on the phone with John at the time. We were talking about some battles, and legit, I get a notification. I said, bro, Kyrie and IT just got traded. He was like, no, and I was like, yep. I think it's dope. I mean, you know, it was definitely going. I mean, something was going to happen. I'm shocked that he went to Boston out of all places. But
they gave up
that
pick,
look, man. I don't like.
They gave up a lot.
Yeah, they gave up the next pick, man. So I mean, you can't turn that down. I mean, Kyrie's on balance.
You a Cavs fan?
Oh no, hell no, man.
Neither of us are. I'm a Heat fan.
I rock with my hometown, man. I'm a Mavericks fan, man. I gotta stay loyal. I'm a Cowboys and Mavericks fan, man. I gotta stay loyal, man. Man, we should have got you in our fantasy football league, man. We should have got you in, man.
Hey, yeah, bro. I'm in 2 every year at least. I try to only stay to 2, but you know sometimes
you
you know.
Man.
I got, and then you got to make sure you post you tweet out how you doing in your league and whatnot. So that way maybe I gotta do a little bit of scouting.
Always.
I gotta do some scouting just in case if you join our league next year.
Always, bro.
So I mean, before anything else, Loso, definitely aside from sports, I mean, what else do you like to actually go ahead and do, like just on your off days, if you have any? I know most battlers are working dang near 24/7, trying to make sure everything's straight, with a pen and maybe if they got a regular job. But what do you do on your days off?
Yeah. So obviously, I mean, I really don't even know what a day off is, bro. I haven't had one in a long time. So, like for instance, I mean, I know we're talking about the B-Dot battle, but before the B-Dot battle, next week I battled Jay Murder in RBE. You know what I'm saying? So I had
that's right.
And the Writers Volume 1. And so I'm one. I don't even overlook that. I don't overlook a battle. You know what I'm saying? So like I haven't even. Like, I've got ideas for B-Dot, but right now, Jay Murder's my full focus, so he's getting 100% Loso, boom. On top of that, you know what I'm saying, I do music. I just dropped a project this last Friday, and by God's grace, I end up charting in the top 200 Billboard albums, bro. I end up cracking it. It's not a huge deal, but for me, it's big. I cracked 193, bro. Major. I jumped to 193 in the top 200, and then for hip-hop, I ended up jumping all the way to 27. And so, for me, being an independent artist and stuff, that's already dope. That's letting me know I'm cultivating a fan base. And then because of my music, just period because of my music, I travel every weekend. You know what I'm saying? Every single weekend I'm somewhere. Last weekend I'm in North Carolina. The weekend before that, Atlanta. The weekend before that, I'm in Seattle, California. This weekend, I'm in Alabama and Pennsylvania. So, like, I'm doing all of that. And then on top of that, during Monday through Friday, I am a history teacher at a school. You know what I'm saying? So I do it all.
Oh, wow.
I do it all. Yeah.
That's got to be great for the kids. I mean, what grade you teach as far as history?
7th grade.
All right, you better hope one of them don't try to battle you in there.
Do you let the students listen in your battles?
They do. You got to think about it. Like, for me, I tell everybody, like, obviously, like, you got teachers in battle rap. You got, like, Real Deal, whoever else is. But, like, for me, all of my content, it's okay for them to watch it. And so I get their parents, I get the students, like, they all big fans and encouraged by what I do and how I do it. So yeah, man, I don't play it in class, but, they definitely go, back home and check out not just my battles, but also my music, everything, my brand and stuff. So, obviously they know me as a teacher, but for the most part, the majority of them are definitely following my music.
Definitely, man. Well, us at Battle Rap Radar, man, we appreciate you dropping in, man. We want to, B-Dot, man, B-Dot he's a good friend of the show, man, but all we want is, a good classic. I mean, we just want a classic from y'all too, man. So I don't got to win it, man. I don't got to win it, man. I can't speak for Nano.
Y'all gotta be there. Y'all gotta be there though.
Yeah, definitely, man. We appreciate you coming on, man. One last time, man, can you let the people know, man, where to find your music and man, let them know where to find your music and follow you on Twitter and all that stuff.
Yeah. If anybody is listening to this right now, if you want to check out anything that I do, any battle, any speaking engagement, any show, any music, go to everythingloso.com. Again, it's everythingloso, L-O-S-O, everythingloso.com. You can find everything there. If you want to book me, if you want to holler at me, go ahead and check out all my music. Just dropped the project before I commit. Make sure you come out to my upcoming battles, RBE in New York. I got Jay Murder, and then Bullpen Battle League. I got B-Dot coming up. Yes, sir.
Thanks, man. Well, we're going to close it out with you. Man. So we appreciate everybody listening, man. For Loso, for my boy Nano, man. It's your boy X, man. It's Battle Rap Radar, and we out there, man.
Yes, sir.